I think women are sick and tired of men trying to tell them what they think. You want to know what women think, you ask women. And what women say they want more than anything else is honesty. I mean, if you're not going to be in a monogamous relationship, why lie about it? And then have the audacity to get married.
You find out your man is cheating, you leave him and break the family up because, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just trying to get it all together. You leave him because you find out that he had a sexual or multiple relationships, it's over.
Yes. No matter what I had, I was able to step out of that home, that beautiful home that I had, that beautiful family.
Did you still love him?
Of course.
So you left a man you love. Do you have children?
Yes.
You left a man you love with children. Were you financially stable?
Now, no.
Then?
Absolutely.
You left a man you love with children. You were financially stable because he had sex with another woman.
Multiple.
Multiple women.
Women also want more options when it comes to dating. While men are dating every race of women under the sun, more women, especially black women, are starting to exercise their options.
So you're Dominican.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about interracial dating?
Date everybody. You can't judge anybody by their color, by their race, where they were born. Keep an open mind. Believe me, if you eat at Burger King all the time and you go eat at McDonald's, that burger's gonna taste good.
White girls don't play. They get in the mix. Anything you think of, or they might think of it first, do that. And you'd be like, damn, I never did this with nobody else. The way white girls go hard, man, it's the truth. Everybody know it in here.
What about black
Real talk. Black women will go hard, just take a little longer to get to that point.
Well, I certainly am not going to accuse black women of not being adventurous in the bedroom. I think they handle their business quite well. I must say that. I ain't got no issues with them on that front. What I will say is this, and it gets a bit serious when you take into account black folks from an historical perspective. You know, black men are very, very, we're very obvious and open about the fact that we believe there isn't a job harder in this world than being a black man because of some of the trials and tribulations that we have to endure. In all fairness, I think we should take into account the trials and tribulations that are put on the shoulders of a black woman. And when you have a black woman that is out there dealing with her own set of trials and tribulations that white men, white women, Hispanic men, other minorities and ethnicities do not have to deal with, and she is saying, I love you anyway. I'm here for you anyway. And you still can't commit to me. She takes it as an affront in a manner that no other woman of no other ethnicity, in my humble opinion, may take it. Because she's out there going through hell herself. And then when you take into account the number of black men who are deadbeat dads, the number of black men who aren't handling their business financially, in terms of really, even when they got money, they're not doing what they're supposed to do with it because they're busy out there playing games instead of handling their responsibilities. Those kind of things, the kind of information that's disseminated to the masses through the media, those kind of things affect a black woman and her psyche in such a way that she looks at you as a black man and she's saying, how dare you disrespect me because I'm the one respecting you more than anybody else in this world is doing.
There was a time when men had the decency not to ask a woman how many sex partners she's had. Any man who asks such an inappropriate question has got some serious insecurity issues.
When it comes down to how many men a woman has slept with, women are like they're like a pot. If you wash it out real properly, you'll never know what was cooked in there. How would you actually know? How could you know?
Would you want to know?
Yes and no. Yes and no. If I'm not quite feeling her, I want to know. If I'm in love with her, I actually don't want to know. I actually want to live in the fantasy for as long as I can.
Wow, that's honest.
I prefer not to even ask the question. I don't want to know. I don't care, and I don't want to meet them. I don't want to shake their hands. I don't want to be their friends. So I don't want to know. I prefer to keep them away.
The guy said that if a woman is 30 years old and she's been with 10 men, it's too many.
Come on now. That's averaging 3 dudes every 10 years. No, that's unacceptable. He's unrealistic.
Right. He's unrealistic?
Yeah, because at 30, he's probably had 300.
Ask the guy if he was serious about a relationship with a woman, does it matter how many men she slept with? And the guy said that any woman that slept with more than 10 guys by the time she's 30 is too many guys. What do you say to that?
He's crazy.
What do you say? Is that a low number, you think?
That is a virgin. No.
I'll tell him what I think he wants to hear. Yeah. And we've been told about the one-hand rule. Yeah. So I'm still on the one hand.
Do women know what they want in the bedroom? I think most mature women probably do.
Yeah.
I think they do. I think the challenge is, are they able to communicate that to their man?
I guess some do, yeah.
I mean, you think about it, George. Telling a man is not going on well in bed, you know how fragile a man's ego can be.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I know. Our egos can be fragile, but what about us, though?
What do you mean, what about us?
What about us? What about what we need, what we want?
Break it down for me.
Sometimes we want to do a little spanking in the bedroom. Sometimes we want a little dirty talk. Sometimes we want to choke you a little bit. I mean, not till you pass out, not till you tap out, but just till your eyes water,
If you were a dude, would you want to be monogamous?
No. Why? Why would I?
I would. I would totally be monogamous.
I'm talking about if you were
as a dude.
I'm gonna tell you something, guy or girl, monogamy is really a rare trait that you find these days. And I think that it's really more difficult and more challenging to say, I'm going to choose a person, I'm going to work at this relationship.
You're not
I know your brains
She's
are
still
small,
a woman right now.
but I think it's absolutely possible that you can look past that and say monogamy is possible. I really give you guys more faith than you're worth.
I'm a heterosexual woman. I want to say that first. Then I'm going to say this. If I was a guy, I would hit every chick. Every bad chick.
Of humankind.
As a dude, but I'm thinking as a dude.
Thinking like a dude.
Yes, why? There's light skin, there's dark skin, there's short, there's long hair, there's short hair.
The devil's advocate over here, the devil's advocate. I would say, look at all these hoes throwing themselves at me. I'm gonna set myself to a higher standard as a man. I'm only gonna take the cream of the crop. Assuming they're hoes, hell, they are hoes.